Am I the a-hole for accidentally ruining my autistic boyfriend's safe food? My boyfriend loves stew. He wants to eat it every day, for every meal. His favorite stew is beef tips and vegetables from a local place, but it's really expensive. Like $47 for a big bowl. They don't do small orders for takeout, and he is grossed out by leftovers. So more than half of it gets wasted. We've had a couple of arguments about it. He says I don't understand his brain. I say he doesn't understand our budget. Recently, I looked up some recipes, including doing a dissection of the takeout soup, and tried my hand at making a home-cooked replacement for stew night. He loved it for a few days, and then one night he was hanging out with me in the kitchen and saw me put tomato paste into the pot. He was really upset and demanded that I make the soup without the paste. I told him it wouldn't taste the same, and he said it would be better because he hates tomatoes. They're not a safe food for him. So I made the soup with no tomato paste, and big surprise, something felt off about it to him. Instead of admitting that the tomato paste was necessary, he threw a fit and told me he didn't want home-cooked food anymore if I was going to play with him and not take his safe foods seriously. He thinks I changed more than just the tomato paste in an effort to get him to admit he was wrong. 400 in stew orders later, I had an idea to ask the chef when we were picking up the order if there was any tomato products in the stew. And lo and behold, there is tomato in the recipe. Effing tomato paste. In my mind, this was great because I thought he would get over it if he knew his original perfect stew had tomato paste. Like, oh, I guess tomato paste isn't so bad then, but it was the exact opposite. He walked out of the restaurant without saying anything and then refused to eat the stew that night and hasn't ordered it again. And he's been ignoring me while sulking around the house, using his whiny voice a lot and slamming things. His sister also texted me to tell me I'm a selfish asshole for needing to get back at him by taking his favorite food away. I literally just wanted to stop spending insane amounts of money on stew. I wasn't trying to hurt him or ruin his life. I'm not autistic. I can't really wrap my head around caring this much about a single ingredient. I genuinely didn't see this reaction coming. We've been together for 4 years, and he's only had 3 other fits like this. The other ones were pretty reasonable. Those were also a little less intense and didn't include input from his family. This is the first time anyone in his family has ever spoken to me like this. So I've been back and forth between y'all are overreacting and what have I done? AITA? It sounds so dumb when I write it all out, but living it has made me feel physically sick with regret. I can't think straight anymore. ETA, I'm getting ready for work right now, so I can't respond to individual comments, but there's some recurring confusion/questions I wanted to clear up because it might affect the answers. 1. The stew place is a catering place with a mini restaurant, so every time we order takeout, we're ordering a catering amount, pretty much. It's not stew made of gold, lol. 2. We order from there 2 to 3 nights a week. It's not the only thing he eats, it's just the top 5 foods for him. He doesn't eat this unreasonably every single day. 3. He has a job and contributes with money. I'm not funding his entire diet. We do mix money, so even though he pays for the meal half the time, it does still feel like we're losing money. He works part-time and I work full-time. Bills are probably split 70-30. Discuss in the comments section below, and I'll pin the most upvoted comment.